Another day, another episode of the FC26 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. It's me, Lasty here. Finger points to the sky. Let's get into it. All right, so today, I have got some Rivals games to play. I need to get up to my 30 points because, as we know, on Thursdays it is Rivals Rewards Day. I'll show you my rewards tomorrow in that episode. Good luck to you opening today. Let me know in the comment section below, best player you got from your division Rivals rewards. Super curious. And then whilst you're down there, scroll up just a touch, smash a thumbs up on the video. Thank you very much. And subscribe to my channel as well if you're new. Cheers. So, team is currently looking like this with the Messi, with the Philogene, with the Doué, with the Rodman. And we're going to use it in a 4-2-3-1 wide today. And as you can see, we're on a hot streak. I've got a challenge to complete, which essentially is use a Team of the Week player in your next game, and you'll get an 81 plus pack. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll do that. I'm using Philogene anyway. So, yeah, no problem. And I can't remember just how many points I was on. Maybe I was on like 21 points out of 30. So I needed to push on, basically get 3 wins and see... You know, and that would see me over the 30 points to get me my reward upgrade for Rivals, which I don't think is going to be that amazing in terms of like what we actually get, because we're currently Div 7, so the rewards for that, you know, but that's quite low down, isn't it? We'd probably need to wait a few weeks, or it'd be interesting to see how the people that have already grinded their way up to like the elite division, how their Rivals rewards are going to look on this fine Thursday. I'll be watching some people's streams and stuff, and I'll be streaming myself, so hopefully you get that live reaction to my Rivals rewards tomorrow. So 2 teams that were on a hot streak there. My opponent started playing the ball around the back for the last few minutes. I somehow managed to tackle and get the ball off them and score a last gasp equaliser. But for some reason, this bounty is just not working. I've tried it on multiple games now, and I don't know what it is. I've seen a few people mention that it seems to be broken. So maybe at some point we'll get our pack for using a Team of the Week player at the right time, which we definitely did. So going on into the next one, we're no longer on a hot streak, obviously, because we drew. But my opponent's on a hot streak, and I score a goal from outside the box. Now, everyone's telling me that's really rare. Because, you know, you can't score from outside the box. I carbon copy it a moment later with Lionel Messi, and I'm already 2-0 up against what was a very strong team. This guy is Chiellini, you know. 3-0, Trinity Rodman, and that's a quit in under 10 FC 26 minutes. 7 minutes to be exact. That's pretty awesome. That's 3 points towards my progress in, like, hardly any time at all. So we're up to 25 out of the 30 points for the week. Next opponent has got like a Prem and La Liga mix, and he was playing Vitinha at cam, Hakimi at right mid. And those are players which I would normally imagine to play slightly further back. Like Hakimi, I'd play at right back, and Vitinha probably as a DM or a centre mid. So my opponent was maybe lined up like in a way that his team could really defend from the front. I quite liked it. I liked what he was doing, and it was a good player, I have to admit. We really battled it out in this one. It wasn't one of those games where it was just like absolute goals galore, but as you can see here, 2-1 up. My opponent finally gets his opportunity to score in the second half. We go pretty much down the other end a few moments later, get a goal with Trinity Rodman. Of course, that's exactly what she does. And then I'm pushing forward here with Leo Messi. Knock it to Rodman. Top of the net. Oh, yes, we are 3-2 up in the 80th. We've turned the game around. And then just like that last match where we got a 3-3 draw, where I scored right at the end, unfortunately, yeah, my opponent scores right on the 90th minute, and we get another draw. So, quite annoying, but at the same time, like, fair play. We had a really good game. It probably deserved to end even. We both get a point, and yeah, there's not much else to really say about it. So into the next one, a 4-3-3 we're up against here. I've not come up against Pajor yet, the Barca women's striker, who has finesse shot plus, and I have to say, some pretty crazy stats. But this happens. my opponent gives a last-ditch tackle away, a foul, a straight red card, and I get a free kick on the edge of the box. They pause and quit at 0-0, and I get the win. Oh my goodness. This is going quick. Like, that would not have happened in the previous game. You just wouldn't have got the victory for it, I don't think. So that's such a dub, because for him, he obviously doesn't get his red card if he dashboards the game. I get the win, because let's face it, I was through 1-on-1. I might have scored the free kick with Messi. So yeah, 1 point away now from our weekend, our rivals' rewards, and we head on into the next match. My opponent's on a hot streak and does go 1-0 up with Xavi Simons. However, Messi is going to hit me with a trivela into the back of the net, in off the post. You love to see that. That's like the third goal I've scored outside the box of him today. Maybe he's like vitally important for that sort of thing, with that high shooting stat and good shooting play styles. Anyway, Rodman ends up scoring, puts me 2-1 up, turns the game around. She's through again. I'm going at the near post there because I noticed a little bit of goalkeeper movement from this opponent. So, yeah, I mean, then you might as well go and get your hat-trick girl. She does that with aplomb. She's actually so good. I think I've said that exact sentence about 50 times already in 8 episodes, but she's class. I love Trinity Rodman. She's very, very good on FC 26. We do concede to Kim Little, or Lil Kim, but we end up winning 4-3. I hold on to that game, and that was the one that takes me over the 29 points, up to 30 points, and it also takes me up another division. Well, takes me up a division. We get promoted for the first time here up to Division 6. So the rewards that we just unlocked for ourselves, the reward upgrade, are now going to be ever so slightly better because we're not in Div 7, we're actually in Div 6. So that's probably going to be really difficult for me to get my 30 points next week, as I'll be playing a higher tier, a higher caliber of player. But I think this is the sort of thing that we can look out for in tomorrow's episode. I really don't think it's that amazing. But hopefully we can get something from it. That'd be nice. We'll see, though. We'll see. So we get an 82 plus player pack for completing a certain amount of games of Rivals. I think it was probably 10 games or 10 wins in Rivals, whatever it was. And we, from that pack, end up getting Eze. Nice card. Like, you know that in a central cam position, you actually don't need that much pace. But the 87 dribbling, I think he could probably move really well on this game. Can't say I've faced up against him too much, and I'm sure he's discard price, but I reckon he's a bit of a gem, you know. So yeah, I mean, good efforts from the team today. It actually performed really well. I tried something out. I put a 5'7" American female centre-back in my team, in my defence. Normally, I don't use the short female centre-backs because you just get bullied and scored upon. But I think it's quite crucial in defence this year because we're all struggling, right? I think having like slightly higher agility and balance and better dribbling stats are going to make you a better defender. So in an ideal world, someone like Marquinhos would be amazing because he's like a little bit taller. He's like 6 foot maybe, and has that like good dribbling stat with the all right agility and balance. I think that sort of player will be one of the top tier centre backs this game. So yeah, interested to see maybe if some icons also have a decent amount of agility and balance, because they could be quite good as well. So we're going to complete our next player SBC here. We are going to get Yuri Bacice because it just seemed like too good a value not to. An 80 rated and an 81 rated squad, or 81 rated and 82 rated, it's way too cheap. So despite not being maybe the greatest card, it's someone that we definitely want to add to the collection. And now I have both of the showdown players, so I don't really care who wins, who loses. I don't know what happens if there's a draw though, because the winner only goes up by +1. So I'm not sure what would happen. Would they both stay the same if they drew? Well, we'll see, I guess, whenever the match happens and the result comes through. But yeah, a pretty well-rounded card, to be honest. Can play left back or left mid. We are going to use him as a left back if and when he plays. It's more of a card to just sort of like get in case we get someone good in a pack that he links to or something, or we go down a more of a La Liga route. which, to be fair, you might see some point during this episode. We'll move on and see what happens before the end of the episode. So I've got a couple little player packs from completing the Bachiche SBC, which was this pack right here, the tradable one. I think I could just discard both of those. Yeah, and then a 2x75 pack for, I think maybe it was an objective for completing a certain amount of SBCs. Maybe was it like 10 group SBCs or something? I don't know. But yeah, we get 82 Greenwood. Probably just going to go into an SBC real soon. But not the best two-player pack. So we're then going to complete this. This is an 83 plus upgrade. You can only do it once, and it costs an 81 rated team. So you might end up getting stitched up with an 83 rated player, but it obviously gets rid of 82 and below rated players. You could get something good here. I thought we were going to see my first walkout. Unfortunately, we've not. We have, however, got apparently one of the better goalkeepers on this game. I've heard some good things about Marmadashvili, who is the Georgian goalkeeper who now plays for Liverpool. I think they bought him a year ago or something, and then actually ended up loaning him back out, and then he's back again. Now he is like the second keeper, now that they sold Kelleher. So yeah, there's that. So we get an 84 rated Liverpool goalkeeper, which is pretty good. Considering we've got Gakpo, we've got Endo and stuff like that, we might actually have some Liverpool players to link there. At some point soon, gauntlets are going to start. And gauntlets on FC26 are where you play like a certain amount of games, but you can't use the same players twice. So you have to use a different team each time. So the more like half decent players we can get in the club, that's why another reason why we're doing like the Bachiche SBC, the Pepe SBC. Get as many of those players in as possible, and then we might just be able to build like a Prem team, a La Liga team, this team, that team, and then like have different squads that we can use throughout different levels of the gauntlet that we're playing. But that's as much as I know about them so far, so I'll be interested to see what happens with them when they finally do arrive. So what you're seeing now is another attempt from myself at this early access tournament. I've struggled so much in this one so far. I haven't tried like 5 attempts every day. Genuinely, I think I've played like 14 games. So I've got to the semi-final a couple times and always lost the semi-final. So we breezed past the first round there with a 3-0 rage quit real early on. Loved that. That's exactly what you want to see. And then we come up against a bit of a weakened squad, but the guy was actually a little bit of a beast. So I don't know what this was. Maybe this was someone who has a main account and was just starting an RTG or something. But he had a lone Griezmann who definitely taught me a new one. He was really good at that sort of like stop and turn dribbling. Was doing the like the player lock thing where you send someone on a run manually. So definitely knew what they were doing on the game. But I think eventually just like I kind of figured out how to defend all right. And we definitely were able to score past his slightly worse defense. Yeah, mine was a little bit solid. He did have Konate on loan, but he's a bit of a lump. Like he's a beast of a centre back, but like I said, I think the agility and balance on your centre backs might be an important stat. It might not necessarily need the tallest, strongest player. You might need a little bit of a ball player at centre back, which could be good. That would be a different way of playing the game this year, wouldn't it? Normally it's just like get Van Dijk and nothing else. Although I'm sure Van Dijk is amazing. So we've scored 10 goals and we've comfortably seen our way through to the semi-finals. I was adamant that this was going to be the run. And then I see that. I see Rodri and Tonali. I see Ekatike. I see Diani. I see a very, very nice squad. And of course, we are up against a fellow person who is in the semi-final. A fellow semi-finalist, if you will. And I go 1-0 down. I think I scored directly from the kickoff. Doué ends up just easily getting through. I do think they need to adjust the defensive positioning or the attacking positioning for the kickoffs because they do seem really prevalent. I've noticed a lot that I've scored quite a few kickoff goals straight after my opponent scored, which is great for me. Like, but it probably shouldn't happen quite so easily, if you know what I mean. But then I conceded a goal right at the end and lost and went out in the semi-finals again. I can't win it. I don't think I'm going to win it. I might give up as of this point. I don't need that Dolan. I don't really need access to the even sweatier tournament that is coming out. Like, it's just going to be full of real sweats, surely, that I'm just going to lose every game. I don't know. Anyway, I played some Rush off camera, got my weekly Rush points. So we have an 81 double and an 82 double. And we are finally, my friends, going to see our first walkout of the RTG. I've not seen this animation yet. And we get a left mid from Spain, from La Liga, from Athletic Bilbao. And I'm like, who is this? I was racking my brains. We end up getting Nico Williams. 86 rated Nico Williams, who has 93 pace and 87 dribbling. Is 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot. Is one of Spain's hottest prospects right now. It's a really good pack. It's definitely the most expensive player we've got so far. Currently going for, I think it was like 175,000 coins. What? Insane. I'm guessing he's good with rapid plus and 93 pace because he's holding a great value. I can't sell mine, all right? He's untradeable. But I think we need to get him in the squad, don't you? What a walkout that was. I mean, that's a perfect way to get your first walkout. The other day when I packed that tradable Marmouche, and I said to you guys, I'd actually prefer to pack like a tradable Marmouche than to get my first walkout that was tradable and it be someone that's worth like 12k. But what we've done here, we've done it right with the walkout. We only get an 86 rated, but it is one of the more expensive and one of the more hyped up players on FC26. So that is amazing. Now we already have Vivian, his teammate, and Yuri Bacice, the SBC player we did, is another perfect link to this card. So I built this squad. So yeah, Philogene come out again, Messi's come out. I've tried to keep Trinity Rodman in basically, and this is a 32 chem team. Only the right back Bruninia is off chem. We've brought in a Griezmann. I went out and purchased a Griezmann for 16,000 coins, and we've brought in our two showdown players. We've got Camavinga and Tchouameni in the squad with Vivian. So Tchouameni and Vivian as centre backs. Pepe and Nico Williams, both the left mid and right mid, are on pluses as inside forward attack. So they're going to really join the attack. And I think this squad could feel really good. So maybe we go for one last shot at the old Elimination Cup thing. If not, we'll get our Rivals rewards tomorrow. See if we can build on this team. I don't know how. It's looking amazing. And then we'll maybe start our Rivals games again for the week because I need to work towards FUT Champions, don't I? I need to work towards those FUT Champs points, and I think you need to be Division 5 or higher in order to actually get in there. So we've got a week of Rivals ahead of us. But yeah, my friends, we've come to the end of the episode. What a great pack for the RTG. Love that. Great walkout. Definitely my best pack so far. Friends, if you've enjoyed today, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I want to know who your best player is so far and what you got in your Rivals rewards. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Follow me on all my socials. The links are down below in the description. Take it easy, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Peace.